All right, and we are live. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Alchemy University family. Today we have Jonathan from Mirror World with us.
Hello,
Jonathan, how are you doing today?
I am doing excellently. I'm doing very well. I'm very glad to be here. Thank you.
Amazing. And Jonathan, why don't you tell us a little bit about Mirror World and what the workshop is going to be today?
Oh yeah, Mirror World is. You want a short version or the long version? I could just give you a short version for now.
Completely
But
up to you.
all right. Well, Mirror World is an API or an SDK stack for building Web3 applications for mobile and for the web. So the idea is we want to make it easy to build multi-chain applications. So you get wallets, you get marketplaces, you get NFT and asset management APIs, as well as metadata services for your marketplaces. So all in one stack. So it's pretty cool.
Amazing. And can
Yeah.
people use this on any chain, or is it specific to Ethereum? Or
Oh yeah. So we started off on Solana. The goal is to cover all chains, and we're rolling out. We're currently in the middle of rolling out our EVM support. So we're actually live on V2 for Polygon, and we just also rolling out the contracts on BNB chain, and then finally Ethereum. So it's going to be a rolling update. So we'll be announcing them as they come out. But the goal is to target all chains. But Solana is 100% live. Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. Well, with that, I'll let you kind of jump into the workshop and explain what we're going on today, and I'll take a back seat here. Anyone in the audience, feel free to ask any questions, and I will relay them to Jonathan, as they go, as they come up, or at the end. But yeah, feel free to make this as interactive as you guys want. So with that, here you go, Jonathan. Feel free to share screen, and I will jump off the stage.
Hey, absolutely. And if there's any questions at all whatsoever throughout, you can send them in the chat, interrupt me, challenge me. If you don't like something, tell me you don't like it. I'm very happy to give you some feedback. Or if you like something, tell me you love it. I'm very glad to give some feedback. So I'm just gonna share my screen. Uh, well, before I do that, I need to close up some applications to free up some memory. So I'll close down Discord, close down Spotify, and um, I'll close some of these. All these. I'll shut down Slack. Why not? Uh, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're
Friday
good.
is
All
always a
right.
good day to close everything down.
Yeah, yeah. We gotta keep save up some of that memory. No. All right. All right. There we go. Entire screen. Can you see my screen? Do you see the
I
infinite?
can.
All right. Good. Seeing the infinite stuff is always awesome.
I
All
will
right.
be in the background, just a heads up. I'm going to pull myself off the screen, so you might not see me. And then I will be back whenever you need me.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much. I
Welcome.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome once again to today's Alchemy University workshop. I'm very excited. My name is Jonathan Bakebwa, and today we're going to be building a Solana marketplace, an NFT marketplace on Solana, with our own collection that we're going to mint today, deploy on DevNet, because I don't think I have a lot of money on mainnet right now on my wallet that we're going to use. And we're going to deploy a marketplace, a custom marketplace on Solana. See how we can get that done within the space of an hour. A bit about myself. My name is Jonathan Bakebwa. I'm originally from Uganda. I live in Beijing, China. Currently, I'm the CTO at Mirrorworld. I come from a computer science background. I maintain a bunch of open source projects like Chakra UI, as well as I'm very interested in design systems, accessibility, and system design. And I love Solana. It's my favorite blockchain, but I've fallen in love with other chains as well. So yeah, a bit about Mirrorworld. Mirrorworld was founded in 2021 in September, and we started out as an NFT project, and then it grew into a bunch of games. And our community has grown to over 100,000 people right now as we speak. We've published around 5 different games, all based on Solana. And through this experience, we figured out we had a bunch of tools that other people would love to use. So we turned those into a set of APIs and SDKs that you could build applications on top of. So what is Mirrorworld? In a nutshell, Mirrorworld is a stack that provides you cross-platform SDKs and multi-chain Web3 APIs for mobile and for the web. We started out with a focus on mobile because, as you all know, building mobile applications is a non-trivial task. And especially at the time we were working on it, there weren't very many mobile SDKs for it. So if you're building something, say on Unity or on Unreal Engine, it was going to be a bit complicated. But with our SDK, we made that a lot simpler right now. So why you should consider using Mirror World? It's simple. It's free to start. I think it's free. Even on my personal account, I don't think I've yet paid anything. It's and I've done a lot of things. It's cross-platform. We are currently rolling out multi-chain. I'll share a little bit more later. It's API friendly, so if you don't want to install the SDKs, you could just work with APIs. Today we're going to do this. We're going to use the APIs, and also we have pretty lovely community support. What features do we provide? We have an authentication service, so users can authenticate with social authentication, and we produce a multi-party computational wallet for the end user that's actually using the wallet. So what that means is we don't store private keys for users. We use a two-round Schnorr signature scheme on the wallet service. If you guys want to know more about that, just let me know in the chat. I can, we can be as nerdy as we want today. But yeah, the end user just logs in with Google. We generate a wallet, and it's very easy for them to use. They have usually transactions are actually all approved by the user. Then for the asset service, we able to create collections, mint collections, query information about them. You can create verified collections. This was actually very complicated to do on Solana. We made it very, very easy to do. You won't write a single line of code to actually do this. We also have a wallet service that allows you to use the user's tokens, their transaction history. We parse it for you, so it's very nice and readable. You can transfer tokens. We also have an on-ramp service on the wallet UI. There's a bunch of things. The metadata service. We deployed this as a helper service for the marketplace. Because typically when you visit, say, OpenSea, you can query an NFT collection by a specific attribute, right? Building this kind of database, if you were doing this on your own project, you would probably have to spin together both a relational and non-relational database to be able to store all the keys for all your collections, and it's a hot mess. But with Mirror World, whatever your collection is, now you just deploy it, you mint your NFTs with whatever metadata they have. By the time now you deploy your collection and actually showcase it on your storefront, with this service, you have filters already built out for you. You can query by whatever metadata property you want. It's pretty sick. We're gonna see that in action today. All right, which platforms do we support? We've built out SDKs. So the SDKs in particular, we have an Android out, we have JavaScript out, we have Unity out, we have Swift and Rust also already out. These are all working. You can find those on our GitHub, mirrorworld.fun/GitHub. Just a little bit of a demo. This is an example of a game that we built using the SDK. This is the process for the user who logs in. They log in with their social account, and that creates a wallet for them. And that was very, very simple. No copying and saving seed phrases. If there's also an on-ramp as well that we built into the wallet. So if the user doesn't have, say, crypto, they could actually buy tokens using the wallet on-ramp, and we've made the process very, very convenient. We're partnering with MoonPay for this, and then for the wallet token service as well. It basically functions like another wallet, and here's the user's approval process. This is how they're able to transfer tokens to and from their wallet, or approve transactions that mutate the state of their account on the chain. And then this is the Storefront UI. We're going to hopefully get to this by the end of today's live stream. And this is what we're going to try to go for: build out a storefront like this. It's going to probably be a record, build out a marketplace in 1 hour. This is a video I recorded while we were building out the first version of the SDK. This was on my phone. I was going out to take a COVID test, and I was able to mint an NFT right on the phone. So it's mobile friendly, and it's very, very nice to work with it. I'm not going to play the whole thing because we have a lot to showcase. But yeah, this was the NFT collection that I minted, and this is what it looked like on the Explorer. I'll just wait for that last bit to play out so you can see. This is on the blockchain, right? By the way, it's a verified collection. There you go on Solana. It's pretty sick, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So what chains do we support? Right now, we're 100% live on Solana. We are partially live on Ethereum. On testnet, we're live for V2. Although we're changing a lot of things in the documentation, I'll still share everything with us. We're live both on mainnet and testnet on Polygon as well. And we're live on testnet on BNB chain. We're going to be going live on mainnet as well within the coming weeks. So our goal is to be live on Ethereum end of Q1, early Q2, 100% all EVM compatible chains that you see on this chart. And we've already started working on SUI development. So for those of us that are excited about SUI, you can also build on top of with Mirrorworld and that. All right, so we're going to get started. I'll show us what it's like to become a Mirrorworld dev. It's very simple. You just create a developer account. You can create your project API keys as well, and your project can also function across multiple chains. So the way that you could actually interact with your single project can actually interact on multiple chains if you want to. And then you can install the SDK or just work with the API for the project that you're going to do. All right, without further ado, let's write some code. Let's write some code, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to see if I can find my editor. We'll zoom in so my code is very clear. I'll just, oh wait, maybe I should open up package.json so you can see. I'll probably make it full screen. Is this clear enough?
Yes, that looks great.
This looks great. Yeah. Perfect. All right, so let's go open up our browser. I will find that window. I probably put it out there somewhere. And I'm going to log out and just show us the process of creating a developer account. So if you head on over to app.mirrorworld.fun, you can create a developer account. If you want to check out our documentation, you can find that at mirrorworld.fun/docs, mirrorworld.fun/docs. And this will push you to our documentation site. We have a pretty decent intro for how to get started. And you know what? Let's use documentation to probably get us started. So the first thing it asks you to do is to create a developer account, and that takes us to the developer dashboard. I'm just going to do that. I'll log in with Google. If the windows keep adjusting rapidly, it's because I'm using this tool called Yabai to do my window management. So just kindly bear with me for that. There we go. As you can see, I have no shortage of projects. I do a lot of demos. And let's create our first one, right? Alchemy Uni, right? Let's just call it Alchemy Uni. Let's call it Uni 2 because I already made one, right? I haven't yet used it. And there we go. We have our API key, so you can copy that, right? And you can store it on your project. And yeah, I think we can probably use it also to perform a call request. So after you have copied the API key, we're going to perform this HTTP request, which is asking us to do something. It is a JavaScript using the SDK as well. And let's try to see if we can perform this request. I'm going to open up my terminal. I'll just zoom in a little bit. Oops. All right. Let's paste that in here. I'm going to replace this with my API key. And I believe it's somewhere here on the dashboard. I'll paste that in here. This request is going to fetch an NFT on the blockchain. And it's going to show us the metadata for it. I should probably, I think I made a mistake here. So you're supposed to, I put the trailing slash over at the end. Oops. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that from here. Okay. I think I might have copied the wrong API key. Let me just see. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, there's a typo in my code. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's this here. I will fix that in the docs. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, it says now. Let me check to see if I'm using the right NFT here. Everything seems to be going according to plan. I'll just take one of the NFTs in my wallet. Glow wallet. And I'll find one of the NFTs that I have in here. Let's check this. I'll try to copy the mint address and replace that in here. Okay. Okay, all right. Yeah, that was my mistake. I think I used a bad address. I'm gonna see if I can print this so you guys can see how that looks like. Okay, so this is an NFT that I have in my wallet. It will give us the metadata attributes for it. You can see the collection information about it. You can see who the creators of this NFT are. You can see the distribution of royalties as well across the creators array, description, basically all the information about the NFT. So that's our first request. So we're going to use this. We're going to try and create a bunch of NFTs like this, and then we're going to list it on. We're going to deploy a marketplace for them. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to create an NFT collection. So we'll go to the dashboard. I'm going to do it on DevNet because I'm rich with DevNet money. And let me see if I can find Alchemy's logo. Alchemy logo. All right, I want a square image. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, let's save that. Alchemy. All right. Then, oh, I think it saved it as an AVIF. I'm not quite familiar with the AVIF format. Is this? I don't know if this is. I think this is the right one. This should be the right image. I think this is the right image, no?
Yeah, that's the right one.
This one, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's try this one. Was that a PNG? Okay, I think it was a PNG. All right. I will just drag that in there. Let's call this Alchemy. Alchemy U. Right. And oh, actually, let's do this. Alchemy. The name of our collection will be called Alchemy University, and let's call this the Genesis Workshop. Okay, let's call it Genesis. All right. Do we need a description? Yeah, this is the beginning of Alchemy Workshop NFT collection. Blah blah blah. All right. All right. So I have two sold. I had about 2.6 something, 2.6 sold in my wallet. This is on DevNet, and right now it's just minting the collection, and there we go. It's done. We have a collection that's available. So I'm just gonna go here and copy this mint address and explore it on the Explorer, Solana Explorer. So to do that, we go to explorer.solana.com, and I'll probably switch this from mainnet to testnet or devnet rather, and let's try that again. Voila, we have an NFT collection, ladies and gentlemen, and okay, there we go. That's the metadata for it, and I think it's pretty good. So we're going to use this address because we're going to need NFTs into this collection. So I'll just copy this mint address, and this collection mint address, and I'm going to put it inside one of my env files. As you can see, I do have okay, I think I have an extension here that's blocking my .env files, but whatever. I think at the end of this workshop, I will probably just just destroy all these keys. So even if you screenshot them, yeah, it's also fine. All right, and then we have a creator address. I think the creator address should be our wallet. So on the developer dashboard, we have at the top right, you can see your wallet address. So I'll just copy that and I'll put that in here as well. Oopsie daisy. Cool. And this is our API key. We have that in here, so I'll copy that. Okay. And fun fact, I think if you're gonna be doing some debugging, I think we also added another section here so you can see where this API key has been used, and you can see the API's that this API key has been used to call. So you can see here we oh, am I looking at the right dashboard? Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, so now you can see it tried to fetch my collections using the same API key. It's doing some debugging here, right? And this is some basic information about the requests that are being made with your API key. And also, if you feel like it's compromised, you can always call the reset key, which I will do now just to show you how it works. And the previous API key will then be invalidated. So I'll just copy that again and paste it back in the project. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. So there we go. We have our credentials. I'll just copy those and just put them also inside my same.env file because, you know, I'm using a tool called .env defaults and the project, and I will show us how that works later on. Okay, cool. I think we're done with setup. Now we should probably go ahead and start generating our NFTs. So the first thing that we're going to do is I have this script here. This inside package.json. I have a couple of scripts. I have one to generate images. I have one to generate the metadata. So generating the metadata will create the files, each of them, the NFTs, individual, metadata JSON files, and then we're going to upload them as well to a remote storage. This could be anything. You could use Pinata. You could use NFT storage. I don't know if NFT storage is still functional. You can use IPFS. You can use Arweave. In my case, I'm just going to upload to a server that I have that I can upload assets to. Up to you, but I recommend you use something probably more concrete. So I'm just using this out of convenience. All right, cool. So the first things first, I had installed this package called JS image generator that will just generate a couple of images. And I don't think I think that I think for this collection I'm just going to make them all have the same image for all the NFTs. It's just to prove the concept. I'm not an NFT artist, so I guess for those NFT artists out there in the chat, if you guys have any tips on this, let's please feel free to share with us. I'm just going to generate a square image here, and I'll delete this. And let's call this alchemy, right? The JPEG. Let's run this script. Node generate images, and there we go. It's generated this very beautiful piece of art. All right, cool. And now what we're going to do is I would like to upload this to file storage. So I have you know what? I could probably use Cloudinary for this, or I did have a script as well, so I could also just use that. So that's also okay. So I'm just going to call this this file, this endpoint here. So upload all metadata. Now I just want to upload a file, a single file to all right, there we go. All right, so I'm just going to create another function in here, an async function. Oh, you know what? I'm just worried for time, so I'm just going to go ahead and use Cloudinary because I just need the image URL, right? So you could use something else here. So because of time, I'm just going to quickly use my Cloudinary account, so I could upload. I just need the absolute URL for the image, and then I will use that to be the NFT's absolute URL path. Okay. All right. So I'll just go to my media library in here. Let's create something for Alchemy. Can I just drag and drop? Oh yeah, I can actually. I can just drag and drop this file. So I'll just come in here. I will locate this image. Review in Finder. There we go. I will try to locate this somewhere in here, and I'll drag this there. There we go. I think it uploaded the image. I should be able to see it somewhere. All right, there we go. There it is. I'll try to rename it to something. All right, let's do edit. Alchemy image. Okay, this is the URL, I suppose. There we go. All right, cool. I'll just copy this URL and I'll put that inside inside our our NFT. There we go. Cool. So I'm going to explain a few things a few things, a little bit about what's going on here. So the first thing we're going to do is we've created our image, our NFT image. We've uploaded them somewhere to some URL. Recommend that it's an absolute URL. Then we are going to generate metadata JSON for it. And to generate metadata JSON, you need to. We're going to use the ERC 1155 schema for it. And then for each NFT, since we're going to use the same image, I didn't think we needed to make to upload multiple images. Just upload one and just reuse the same image. It's just a test collection. In a real project, you probably have to do this for all your NFTs. And then we're going to, after we've generated the JSON, we also need to upload the JSON to pinned storage. In my case, I'm just going to upload it to my S3 bucket, and then I'll use that URL inside my metadata. Inside my metadata account as I'm minting the NFTs. All right, cool. So with any luck now, I'm going to run the script to generate the metadata. Let's look at this generate metadata function. And as you can see here, I just prepared a little bit. It's just going to return a JavaScript object. Inside the object, we have the name of the NFT, so it will be Alchemy Universe. Let me use Alchemy U, right, or Uni. I don't know what's cooler these days. And this function TID will it's just a function that checks to see if the number is less than 10. If it is, prefix it with a 0, right, and then pass the number, so that we kind of follow that really nice standard. And then we have the genesis of the Alchemy University NFTs as the description. Then there's this unique property here called seller fee basis points. Seller fee basis points in Solana represents the percentage of your royalties for an NFT. So, for example, the way you can determine the percentage of the royalties you earn from your NFT is by dividing this seller fee basis points by 10,000, right? So this would give you the percentage. So in this case, I'll be making 4% off of every NFT secondary sale, right? For this NFT, I'll be making 4% of every secondary sale. Right, and you can also change this later if you're an NFT creator and you're an artist and you want to do more. All right, here we have a trait called a profession, right? And the value of that is student. Maybe we could add a little. Let's add one more trait in here, since we're going to build a marketplace. We kind of want to showcase the power of the filtering service, metadata service. So maybe we could add, say, a level, and it could be a random value between 1 and 6. I forgot how to do that. How do we get a random element of array? Random element of array. JavaScript. I do this all the time, but I forget. Get random item from an array. All right, cool. Okay, items at length. All right, there we go. Oh, item. These are items. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I see. So we're gonna create here an item. Const items. Let's say they range from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, right? And then we have our item here. All right. Okay. All right, then I'll take the item, which should be of type number, and pass that in here. Cool. Then the external URL, maybe we could make this Alchemy University. Alchemy University. Let's see if we can do it. There we go, university.alchemy.com. I'll just use that in here. The name of our collection, I think this should mimic the exact name that we made on the developer dashboard. It's the best thing to do. It's best advised to do that. All right, let's see. Yeah. Oh, did I make the collection on mainnet or on devnet? I think I probably made it on mainnet. Did I? Wait, this is devnet, right? Okay, I hope I'm looking at the right project. I might be looking at the wrong project. Just making sure here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I was right. All right, there we go. Um, this is the name of the collection, so I'm just going to make sure it's exactly this. All right, there we go. What was the symbol? It was Alchemy U. Yeah, Alchemy U. That's correct. All right, and we'll pass in the image URL that we just created, our creator address as well, which we just fed into our .env files. And lastly, what else is remaining here? I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it. Cool. All right, let's generate our metadata. So we're gonna generate around 50 NFTs, right? And we're gonna put that JSON inside this folder here. So I'll save that. I'll open up our script so I can recall the name of the script. It's called generate metadata. So pnpm generate metadata. All right, so it's written 50 files. Let's see all these 50 files. What do they look like? Okay, there we go. We have our NFTs in here. So each one of them has the correct token ID attached to the images. So I think that's perfect. I think we're good enough. I think this is good enough to go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to upload our metadata. So it's going to open up our terminal here. All right. We have our function here that will, it's going to fetch all the contents of the generator, of the generated output. It's going to fetch all the JSON files, right? And it's going to print them out in the console. And then for each one of these, we're going to upload them, right? I think I should probably give this a name. Let's call this Alchemy Uni, Alchemy U, right? And then the token ID for each of the NFTs. All right, just bring down here, make TypeScript happy. And then we're going to upload them. This is my server where I'm uploading the images, but you could probably do this on, Arweave or or anything like that. Cool. So the script to perform this, I believe I recall the name was generate metadata upload. All right. So let's do that. Okay. All right. Cannot read properties of now. Oh wait, I think we might have found a bug. All right. So there we go. This is the JSON file, which is okay. Reading result here. Upload all metadata. Okay. It looks like we had a bug. I'm just gonna see why it threw the error. Okay, it could not read something of result here now. Okay, there we go. All right, I think this was the issue here. So I'm just gonna see if I can see what the issue here was. Doesn't look like there was a bug here, so I just want to see. Maybe I'm printing out the wrong thing. Data. Let's see. I might have found. All right, there was a file. Oh, okay. All right. I think it's okay. I think it's complaining that there's a file error, and it might be that I'm not correctly reading these files. So I'm just gonna check this out just to make sure that I'm not doing the wrong thing. So we resolved here the file. Those files, or each of the files. All right, this is okay. And then we have a file function here. All right, so the file name is going to be coming in from there. I'm just going to see if there is actually a file being passed in here. File. Oops, there we go. Let's see. We might have found something here. Okay, it looks like I think the file is actually being passed in, or is that? I think that might be in. All right, that's the last. All right, that's the file. Okay, so we do have the correct thing here. It's a read string. Okay, there we go. So I wonder why it is rejecting our file. This might be to do with something else. I will just double check that. If this doesn't work, then I'll probably just use another set of images. Let me just see, just to confirm that everything is okay. Do I have the correct base URL? All right, it's the correct one. I will try to catch the error here so I can
Not
see
sure if
what's inside.
someone mentioned that you wrote Alchem U instead of alchemy in one of the name. I'm not sure if that solves the
Oh,
issue, but
is
I
it
think
this one?
uh
Alchem.
I think there
I
was
think
another
I've.
one where it was Alchem instead of alchemy, you put Alchem U. So I'm not sure if that needs to tie
Oh,
into it, but
let's see. Alchem U.
yeah.
Oh, I think I probably. I
Oh,
think it
maybe you
was. I think
fixed
that
it.
was the one. Yeah, I think that was
Okay,
the one. Thanks.
gotcha.
Thanks.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
it's a good eye. It's also a good sign that probably my font size is okay. So that's good. All right. I'm just going to see if I can figure out what's going on here. Console.error. And what I would like to capture from the error, since I'm using Axios, there might be some kind of error response in here. Let's see. Let's try that. All right. So it says, wait, maybe it seems to me that maybe there was no error actually here. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. It says there's a file error. Okay, but I think I don't know. I don't know if there's. Am I running the right script? Let me just double check. I might be running the wrong script. All right. It says upload the GSPMPM GT source generators metadata. Then we want to run the upload. So upload all metadata. Okay. All right. So I'll just come back in here and then remove the catch block so that TypeScript is happy. Just let the error bubble up. Okay, it's the same thing. I'm not sure why it's giving me this error. This is probably a personal thing. So I'm gonna try and do something a little bit hacky, and I'm gonna use the a list of images that I had from before, like a list of URLs, a list of images that I had from before. So I will spin up a project because I did actually run this before, just to make sure that it actually worked. And I think it was inside the storage file. No, no metadata. I think it must be the mint. All right, yeah. All right, cool. I'm going to steal this list of metadatas, and I'm going to put those. I'm going to the metadatas here just so that no one is surprised. I think I'm having a little bit of trouble with my upload endpoint. I'm just worried about the time, right? This JSON that's being returned in here, all right, is actually from another collection, right? So it's going to be different, right? There we go. It's going to be a little bit different. So yeah, that's what it will look like. But the point is to upload your JSON, and we're going to pretend that we've done that, and now we have the list of URLs. So I'm going to copy these URLs here, and I'm going to put them inside our uh, our script to perform the mint. So here we have a thing called mint collection. And this, let's say we're finished uploading, this is the metadata, or we've already uploaded it. And now we're ready to mint our NFTs. And yeah, so there's one thing that we didn't yet get from the dashboard, and that's this secret access key. And so what that is an authentication token that allows us to identify the developer's wallet on the API. That will allow you to perform state mutate transactions that can mutate the state of an account on the chain. In this case, it will be the developer's account. So there we go. We've generated one. I've copied it. It's only shown to you once, so do not put this publicly on GitHub or anywhere, because whoever holds this key can mutate whatever is on your developer wallet, right? So it's best to have this on a backend. So but in case it's compromised, you can just come back and regenerate it. That will invalidate the old one, right? Cool. So let's go back to our code. Let's put our secret access keys in here. I'll just come in here. I'll just paste that. There we go. And do the same thing in here, right? Okay, there we go. And I'll just do one more double check to see and make sure that the variables are exactly what we said. Our collection address starts with a CB84. I believe that was correct, right? That should be correct as well. And the creator address is my wallet address ZKT, right? Which is correct. And the project wallet address that's ends with an SLA is an SLA. Perfect. Everything is perfectly fine. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go to our Mint collection script, and a secret access key has already been passed in. I'm going to just come in here and I'm going to import a. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to import our .env and this will just pull in our environment variables. And yeah, with any luck, this should create, oh, this should be devnet, ladies and gentlemen. This should be devnet. And that will mint our NFTs. And it will print the result for all the NFTs that we just minted, right? With any luck, this should give us the result we want. And I think I'll just change this from generators. This should target the mint, right? Mint collection. Okay. All right. Oops. I think I may have not passed in the correct API key. Oh, yeah. I used the wrong variable here. API key. There we go. All right. I will rerun the script. Okay. Nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're minting NFTs. We are hitting deadlines. Oh, wait a minute. I think I might have encountered a little bug here. Oh, it's a 503. I'm not sure what that cause was. I'll just see which NFTs were minted and then just continue from there. I may have done something, but I don't think it was me. Probably a network error. So I'm located in China as well. Usually there may be some network issues. I wonder what this 4.3 was about. Oh no, this was the bad API key. And maybe did I run it again? Anyway, since I'm running out of time, I'll just let me see how many of those we minted. I could just check that. Let's see, minted. Oh, we minted 5. All right, so I'm just gonna come in here, comment out the first 5. All right, and just run that again. Okay, now it's minted 6. All right, 7, 8, 9. Cool. All right, I think it's probably something that is going on. I'm not sure what that is, but it seems to have minted around 10 of them. Yeah, it's minted 10. I think 10 is enough to kind of showcase our thing. I'm just gonna go on the blockchain to make sure to see that it's actually done this minting. So we have the mint addresses here. All right, there we go. So we have 10 NFTs, and this is the signature. We can see who the owner of these NFTs is, and the way that I can see that is I can look for the signer. There we go. And this is my wallet address. I have a bunch of NFTs in here. Just to confirm, I can see our NFT collection, which is correct. I can see some of the NFTs that we minted in there. Perfect. Now we have our NFT collection minted. Let's deploy a marketplace. And to do that, I will first create an auction house. And there we go. I will create one. This will be, let's call this Alchemy Marketplace. Alchemy Marketplace. And we'll use our good old logo. I think we just downloaded one here. So I'll just drag that in there. I will hit next. Let's use Sol as our settlement currency. We want to be paid 3% of every transaction that happens in our marketplace. And I will select our collection. There we go. I guess it hasn't yet indexed our collection count. So on typically when you're finished minting your collection and you're creating a marketplace, this will show you the actual number of NFTs. So it should be 10. It does take a while to index everything. All right, there we go. So it's downloaded a configuration file for me with some information in it that we are going to use. All right. Now let's go back to the dashboard. It showed us a little bit of information here. So it gave us a link to a tutorial. There we go. We're going to deploy a marketplace storefront. You can find this tutorial in the documentation site. There's a section for guides. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we go. We have a link to this repository. Maybe for those of us who want to kind of see what's inside there, I'm just going to go open GitHub. And so you can see I've written a very nice and detailed README in here to just show us how you should configure your marketplace. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this configuration. So let's clone the repo. I think the first thing we want to do is clone the repo. So let's clone it. And we're going to create a marketplace. So this is a storefront template that you can edit, you can change it, you can make it how you want. It's entirely up to you, right? So let's just create a new window. Probably go up a directory and let's clone. Let's call it Alchemy Marketplace. Alchemy U Marketplace. And we will cd into that directory. Alchemy. Yep, I'll install dependencies, but I will also simultaneously, oh, that's very fast. Okay, open up our code editor. I will drag this to its own desktop area. There we go. So a few things need to happen. Let's go back to our README. Let's go to read the README. It tells us a few things. It's a Next.js application. It's using Ant Design as the UI, but you can always change this later. You can use something else. The point is just to showcase the example of building a marketplace. And yeah, we've run the install command, and then we have the user config, right? It has a few things it's going to ask us to put in here. If you recall, we had our JSON file that was downloaded for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at that. And here you can see the collections. I'm just going to copy that and put that inside this config file. I'll replace this, put that in there. We had an auction house ID. So where do we get this auction house ID? The auction house ID comes from the marketplace itself, I think. I'll just refresh in case maybe it didn't, oops. In case maybe it didn't load it in here. I think that should be, I'll just close up a few things. Am I on the right network? It should be. All right, there we go. So it should show it up here. Okay. I'll just log out and log in again. I think my session might have been expired. Okay. And I'll just go back to our project. That should be Alchemy Unit, and we should have our marketplace. Oh yeah, it's already DevNet. I'm not sure what's going on. I might have found a little bit of a bug here, but I was not expecting that. Okay, our API keys are fine. I can see that. I'm going to do some debugging here just to see what's going on. I'll just, all right, everything seems to be okay-ish. Oh, okay. Something's going on here. I'm not sure what that is. It's blocking this endpoint, but I don't see any errors coming in as to why it's blocking that. I'm just going to try a new browser and hopefully it just goes away. If that doesn't go away, I had already deployed a marketplace because I'm prepared. I'll show us how that will work. I'll just copy this and paste that in here. Oops. Okay. Oh, all right. I'll just think I'm supposed to have logged in. All right. Gee, I'm not sure why it showed me that. If anybody knows why it would print that error, I'm actually curious to know why. Okay. My own mainnet should switch that to DevNet. I'm not sure why it's not showing me the marketplaces. Did I create it? Maybe I didn't create it. I don't. Maybe I probably didn't. I think I imagined I did. Did I? I don't. Did I create the marketplace? I probably didn't. I'm not sure actually.
I thought I remembered you creating it. I know that the collection wasn't indexed yet, but
Okay. All right. So it's telling me there's a network error. I'm not sure why. Um, I'll see. Maybe something's just gone wrong at the wrong time. I was not expecting this. All right. Maybe there's a deployment happening. I'm not sure, but usually there's a lot of activity going on since we're shipping a lot of things very quickly. Um, all right, I'll just log out and okay. Oh yeah, I was right. Maybe there's a deployment happening. Okay, cool. There's our auction house address. So this is the address, or this. So this auction house address represents your marketplace on Solana, right? So I'll copy that. It has some information on it actually. You could probably, if you go to the Explorer on Solana, and you go to explorer.solana.com, and you try to look at what's inside this address. I'll just switch to DevNet. Um, Solana will give you a little bit of information about your marketplace, right? So if you recall, we chose Sol as our settlement currency. So this is the currency people use to buy and sell the NFTs. And if you recall, we set our seller fee basis points to 3%. If you recall the formula, it was 300 divided by 10,000, so that equals 3%, and that's the 300 that you can see there. All right, cool. Let's continue our deployment. Apologies for the interruption. All right, and our API key, which we already have somewhere in one of these, which I believe should be in here. I'll just toggle this. Let's copy that. And I'll put that in here. We had a service fee. I'll just make this the same. This was 3%. The currency that we chose was Sol, right? So I'll just copy that address, put that in there. The name of our marketplace as well. So this is just UI variables, right? It's just UI variables. These will not in any way change anything. I'll just ignore this for now. But the network that we chose here was DevNet, right? And with any luck, if we run our project now, say yarn dev, say yarn dev. Let's set up our dev server, and there we go. Voila, we have a marketplace, guys. We have a marketplace. Of course, none of these has been listed yet. I got 5 minutes. I could probably write a script. If you guys, if you're interested, actually, I could probably write a script to list them programmatically from my wallet as well. And if you log in, of course, you can see that there's no. Oh, okay, I have to log in. All right, I'll just log in. So this is what the end user the experience is going to be like. They'll when they click login, this will create an account for them, right? And actually, you know what? Let me log in with my other account. I don't know if I have Sol on this account. Oh yeah, I do have some. You know what? Let me list one of them and then buy it off the marketplace so you can see how that looks like. So we have our script here. I have these main addresses. I'm just going to list I'm just going to copy these, and I'll just try to do a little bit of formatting in here. Let's create inside the same script here. I'll just comment this out, and I'll create another list of NFTs. I'll call this our mints, and we are going to attempt to list these NFTs. So for each one of these, I'll just copy this same code and just call this list my NFTs. I have an array of mints, right? So these are for const this in mints. I don't think we need to reverse the order. I think we just need the mint address. We just need a price, right? Okay, I think I'll probably leave the result. I'll hoist this up here. And this should be, all right, let's look for the API endpoint that allows us to mint NFTs. So we do have, I'm going to use the newest version of the documentation, which we're going to publish probably tomorrow. I'm working on that. I'm going to probably do that tomorrow. I believe that was Postman, documented or Postman. I'm going to show you uh, the latest. This is the newest version, including multi-chain, right? And that was in the asset Solana. We have the auction endpoint. I would like to list these NFTs, right? And there we go. This is the payload, the object that we need. And I'll just paste that in here. And for the auction house address, which we already have, is this one. The mint address that we have is, oh, the mint address should come from this mint here in mints. And the price, I guess 0.1 is okay. It's fair. Let's use confirmed. I don't think we need to wait for the entire transaction to finalize. And the URL should be asset auction list, right? So let's look at our URL. It should be asset auction list. All right. So what we're saying now is we want you to list our NFT on our marketplace on DevNet for this price. This is the address of the NFT. So I will execute our script. This was list NFTs. And I'll uncomment that. All right, cool. Let us run it. PNPM. Oh, I think there might be a little bit of a, this might not actually give us the correct information. I'll just check to see it returns for us a mint address, a price, and it will, does it provide a receipt? Oh, it does provide a signature. So let's get the signature. Let's get the signature. So that should be the result of data here dot signature. And maybe we could just do the mint as well in here, right? And let's say listed. Okay, let's execute it. Let's execute the script. Okay, all right. Oops, I might have done something incorrect. Let's see if there's some data here in the API. All right, that's usually there should be an error message, but I don't see it. Maybe it's because I'm printing something bad. It's a bad response. So, all right, I'll just run it again. Oh, upstream disconnected. Okay, that's why. I'm gonna change my VPN servers. Let's try this one. I hope it works. Okay, something it seems I'm not able to connect my terminal. I don't know how else to solve this problem. let me spin up a new terminal. Let's see if that will go away. All right. Okay, mint address must be a valid Solana address. Let us see. Okay, I know why. Is this correct? I'll just see if maybe I'm not passing in the correct mint addresses. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think this should be of, right? Is that correct? Okay, all right, that's it. Yeah. Okay, good. It's listed. It's now listing 5 of our NFTs for us. So the issue, the bug I had was I would change this to const value in, right, array, but it should be const value of array. And all right, let's go back to our marketplace. All right, if we refresh the page, it may take a couple of seconds to propagate the entire listing information. Oh, there we go. There we go. The pricing is there. And I'm gonna attempt to buy it. Looks like I have a bit of a bug here. We can fix that in the UI later. And I'm gonna attempt to buy this off the marketplace. I really hope this works. Okay. Oh, I should probably close this. I'll approve the transaction. Please do not, see my code. Okay. Hey, guys, look, we have a marketplace. Rather, we just bought an NFT. Yeah, that was sick. And it's definitely okay. Okay, there we go. I think it's still propagating to showcase. It may take a few seconds to show, but since I have my wallet address, I can go to the blockchain to confirm that I actually did perform a a transaction. There we go. It was a few seconds ago. What type of transaction was this? I My account was was added, was debited a token, and you can see that I purchased an NFT from an auction house, and this was the NFT that I bought. It was 10. And ladies and gentlemen, we minted an NFT collection today. We created a marketplace, we deployed a storefront, and we performed a full transaction in under an hour. Thank you very much for listening to me. Please try out the Mirrorworld SDK. It's still pretty early stage, so you may encounter a few issues, especially as we're migrating to V2. But our team is constantly on it. We're trying to make it as wonderful as a developer experience as possible. And as you could see from the user side, they didn't need to deal with seeds and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, you can learn more about us from our docs. We've tried to document it extensively, and you can join us on our Discord. It's mirrorworld.fun/Discord, or on the doc site, you'll see the link. But yeah, thanks a lot. I think that's as much time as I had. I'm sorry I went over by a few minutes, but yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Great job, Jonathan. That was fantastic to watch. And coding live is always very difficult, right? We always run into those issues, and how do we get over them? And
Yeah.
I think you did a great job of working through them with grace. So thank you so much for that.
Hey, no, you're welcome. Thank you all for being so gracious. Usually I don't usually make mistakes while I'm debugging. Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, but
No,
thank you
yeah,
very much. Everyone was so gracious. Yeah.
fantastic. And what's the best way that people can get in contact with you if they want to ask you any questions or chat about Mirror World?
Oh yeah, there's two ways. One is our developer Discord, mirrorworld.fun/Discord. But if you love Twitter, I'm just gonna put my Twitter handle in the chat. I think it's called
That would be
Bender
great.
828. I'll just put the HTTPS. Twitter .com slash codebender 828. All right, there we go. I just sent it in the chat with me and you, Ryan.
Fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, that's my
Let
Twitter.
me just put that in the main chat here so everyone has it. And there was a few questions that we'll stay like an extra like
Yeah,
5 minutes here. I just wanted to make sure that these are answered. So let me
yeah.
just
Why not?
scroll
Why
up
not?
real quick here.
Mhm.
Let's see, what's it? Some people were having trouble getting into the Mirror World dashboard.
Oh,
Is there currently a application process for that?
oh. I think there's the first time you create an account, there is a bit of an application process, but it shouldn't. After that, it will be approved, and you should be able to log in. But if you have any if it's like a technical issue, I would like to know about that because we're constantly working on it. We just opened it up to the public, so you may find some things. But just ping me on Twitter. Say, hey Jonas, I can't log in or I can't do something. I will help you. We'll try to see how to get that sorted. But there's no restriction. Anyone can apply to log in.
Fantastic. And then we had
Yeah.
one more here from Alderin asking, hey, this is great. Are you planning to add support for Arbitrum? It says Ethereum on homepage. Maybe it's Auto Magic.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, why not? I mean, if we hadn't thought about it yet, but if there's definitely a use case for it, we could support it. It's pretty easy for us to roll out a new chain. We were just kind of we wanted to roll them out as the requirement came, right? So yeah, if you're down to build something on Arbitrum, I mean, I say maybe next week we could deploy the contracts for you on mainnet and devnet, on mainnet and testnet on Arbitrum, and maybe you could try it out.
Fantastic. And when is
Yeah.
Ethereum support coming? Is it live in beta right now?
Yeah, right now we have it on testnet. That's on Goali. So we're gonna open up the dashboard before GDC. That will be around the 17th to the 20th of March for EVM, and then I think the full rollout will be end of March, the 31st of March.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Jonathan. Everyone, check out mirrorworld.fun. I got that URL correct, right?
Yes, that's
Fantastic.
correct. It's
And feel free
Mirrorworld.fun.
to contact Jonathan at codebender828. Yeah, thank you again, Jonathan, and thank you for showing us all about Mirror World today. And we hope to see you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks a lot, everyone. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your graciousness, and yeah, look forward to seeing what you build.
Fantastic. Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.
All right.
Thanks for joining us today.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Bye.